we were seeing the USART module, and in that asynchronous mode baud rate formula, will see the previous video we have discontinued that. We'll see continuation part of that. Baud rate formula is given, and in the asynchronous mode, if it is sync mode bit is 0, in asynchronous mode two baud rates are there. For BRGH is 0 means low speed baud rate is given by F oscillator divided by 64 into x plus 1, and BRGH is 1 means high speed baud rate is given by F oscillator divided by 16 into x plus 1, where x value is stored in the SPBRG register whose values ranges from 0 to FF. If in synchronous mode, sync bit should be 1, and in synchronous mode baud rate is given by F oscillator divided by 4 into x plus 1, and there is only one speed that is given by F oscillator divided by 4 into x plus 1. Next we'll see the registers associated with the baud rate generator, or that is because in the TX STA register the sync bit should be 0 or 1 for synchronous or asynchronous mode. 1 means asynchronous mode, 0 means synchronous mode, and BRGH bit is there for high speed and low speed. High speed and low speed is associated with synchronous mode only. In asynchronous mode it is not affected, only one speed is only one baud rate is present. And next, these two bits are essential for baud rate generator, and also RCSTA bit, SPEN bit should be is set for the USART module to use. And the value to store for baud rate generator, there is one register called as SPBRG register whose value ranges from 00 to FF to set the baud rate. Right? These are the registers associated with the baud rate generator. So next we'll see the USART asynchronous mode. So USART asynchronous module consists of the following important elements: baud rate generator, sampling circuit, asynchronous transmitter, asynchronous receiver. So first we'll see the asynchronous transmit block diagram, that is USART transmit block diagram, how it works. And then that is USART transmit block diagram. Here in this is initially he will transmit enable bit. So we'll see the um, step by step. So this is transmit enable bit. It transmit enable bit, I should enable that, set the bed it, then transmit. I want to set the baud rate it. I want to set the baud rate it. So we'll see the, now I want to suppose set the baud rate. So baud rate generator, or so SPBRG register you are going to load with 00 to FF value you, and that calculation baud rate is calculated depending upon this X value you. For high speed and low speed you are going to set the PRGH high speed or low speed for the asynchronous mode, and baud rate is set. It will generate a baud rate clock after transmit enable. And then the according to that rate the transmits bits are transmitted, and bits are transmitted out. So step by step we'll see what happens is from which bit is we want to transmit it, that it is copied first to the transmit register, and transmit register. When this transmit register value is copied to this transmit shift register TSR register, TS, when this transmit register is copied is TXR REG register is transmit buffer register. When this 8-bit data is copied to the transmit shift register, then the transmit interrupt flag is set, right? And very important that transmit enable bit should be set, then interrupt is generated. Interrupt is generated, that is bits are going to be transmitted. Then afterwards bit by bit the bits are transmitted out. When the transmit shift register is full, then TRMT bit is 0. So TR empty bit is 0. When it is empty, then all the bits are transmitted, then it is set. When all the bits are transmitted out, TR empty bit is set. TR empty bit transmit it bit, that is when it is set at when all the bits are transmitted, TR empty bit is set at when the transmit shift register has the value, then TR empty bit is 0. And provided that if we are going to use the USART SPEN bit, serial port enable bit should be set. In this way, bit by bit, bit by bit, it registers are transmitted. So we will have some recap. What happens? First step is what we should enable the transmit bit, TXEN bit, then set the baud rate generator value, USP BRG bit, its value depends from 00 to FF. Very important in asynchronous mode. There are two baud rates, high and low speed. And low speed different formula is there, and for high speed different formula is there. Here for low speed it is baud rate equal F oscillator divided by 64 into x plus 1, and for high speed it is F oscillator divided by I 16 into bracket x plus 1. So baud rate you are going to set. Next very important, from which data you want to transmit out, it is first copied to the enter to the transmit buffer register. Or when this transmit buffer register is shifts to the transmit shift register, interrupt flag is generated, and provided that interrupt enable bit should be set and interrupt is generated. After that we want to transmit the bit by bit. Bit by bit, and according to the baud rate the bits are transmitted out when the shift register is full, TR empty bit is 0. When it is empty, TR empty bit is 1. And very important, if you are going to use USART, serial port would be enable, else that is set, it should be set. And if it is 0 means USART is mode is not in working. So next one we'll see what are the steps associated with the asynchronous transmission. And first step is what, initialize the SP. Whatever I have told in the block diagram explanation, same it is given here step by step. First one is what, initialize the SPBRG register for the appropriate baud rate. If high speed baud rate is desired, then set the BRGH bit. Second step is what, enable the asynchronous serial port by clearing the bit SYNC by clearing the bit SYNC and setting the bit SPEN bit. And third step is what, if interrupts are desired, then set the enable bit, transmit enable interrupt enable bit. Fourth step is what, if 9-bit transmission is desired, then set transmit bit TX x 9 bit. It for 9-bit transmission. Very important here for 9-bit transmission. 9-bit transmission bit is present in TX 9D bit. And to enable 9-bit transmission, TX 9 bit should be set. If you are not going to use, it is cleared. Then next step is what, or fifth step is enable the transmission by setting bit transmit enable bit, which also set the transmit interrupt flag. If 9-bit transmission is selected, the 9th bit should be loaded into the transmit TX90 bit, load data to the transmit register and starts transmission. When the data is loaded into the transmit register, then transmission starts. If you are using interrupts, then ensure that GIE bit, that is global interrupt enable bit, and PEI bit, that is peripheral interrupt enable bits of the intercon register should be set. And then we'll see the waveforms. Asynchronous master transmission means when you write the data to the TX REG register, transmit register, where you write the data, and baud rate output shift clock, this is the clock output, this is the clock, baud rate clock. Okay, then next step is what, and when you transmit, then to this TX pin, the transmission takes place, start bit, out bit 0, bit 1, bit up to bit 7, 8-bit transmission or 9-bit transmission. After that stop bit is transmitted. And then when the transmission, when transmit buffer register, that is transmit register is is shifted to the shift register, then interrupt flag is generated. That is here transmit interrupt bit is uh, uh, transmit interrupt flag is set it when the data is copied from the buffer register to the shift register, or then trmt bit when the shift register has the data, it is 0. When it is empty, the shift register trmt bit is high. When the data is present, it is 0. When it is empty, it is high. Next is register associated with asynchronous transmission. See, intercon, global interrupt enable bit and peripheral interrupt enable bits are used. Then next in this interrupt transmit interrupt flag is seen whether it is set or cleared in RSSTA bit, the serial port enable bit, TXREG, it is a user transmit register, or in PI bit is a transmit enable bit, and TXSTA bit, in that ninth bit you are going to use for transmission or not. Transmit enable bit and sync bit is for synchronous transmit. BRGH bit for baud rate, high speed and low speed baud rate selection. Then TRMT bit tells us whether shift register is empty at full, and TX90 bit is a ninth bit. It is present is ninth bit is loaded here in TX90 bit. Then next to last bit is the baud rate generator register value, whose value ranges from 00 to FF. These are the registers associated with asynchronous transmission. And now we'll see the USART receive block. USART receive block diagram we'll see. So when the big microcontroller is going to synchronously or asynchronously receive the data, synchronously or asynchronously receive the data, so the block diagram, USART block diagram is given here. Mm, uh, Now we'll see step by step. So F oscillator, this is the oscillator frequency, baud rate generator value is stored here, or that value that is the clock given here for data recovery. The bits are received here, very important for USART mode. SPN bit should be set, and data is received, and data is stored in the receive shift register, or RSR register, or here if you are going to use ninth bit, receive ninth bit is enabled here. Then ninth bit is, if you are going to use, it is set, and that ninth bit is copied to the RX90 bit, RX9th bit, and the next other 8 bits are copied to the REG register. Or, in this way the frame is formed. What stop bit, ninth bit is there, remaining 8 bits and start bit. Next we'll see what and the here is continuous receive enable bit. If it is 1, continuous receive is enabled. 0 means continuous receive is disabled. Here overrun an error bit, overrun error bit, if it is set, it is overrun error is occurred. If it is 0, overrun error is not occurred. Framing error, if it is set, framing error is occurred. If it is 0, framing error is not occurred. If error is there, if error is present, then receive enable bit is disabled. Continuous receive enable bit is disabled, and disabled so that the previous bit has been errored. So again once the receiver reception of the bit starts. So next afterwards, without any error, the bits are copied to the receive register, first in first out. When all the 8 bits are received, then very important receive enabled bit should be set, and after all the 8 bits are received, it generates the interrupts, and interrupt is generated. All the 8 bits are received, and that data is transmitted to the data bus in the PIC microcontroller. Or in this way a USART receive block diagram works. Next we'll see the asynchronous reception and waveforms. A receiver pin, we will receive the start bit, then bit 0, bit 1, up to 8 bits. If ninth bit is there, then we'll receive 8 or 9 bits. Then after that 9 stop bit will receive. Then receive shift register, or when the 9 bit is transmitted, it receive shift register, receive buffer flag. And after 9-bit transmission, one word we have received, it generates the pulse. Then the data is read from the buffer register when the 8 or 9 bits are received. Then it generates when all the 8 bits, one word is received 8 bits or 9 bits, then it generates the receive interrupt flag. If there is overrun error, then overrun error will be set at if due to that, and if there is no error, continuous receive enable bit will be high. If there is error, continuous receive enable bit will become low. Now in this way, this is the waveforms regarding the asynchronous reception. So we'll see, when setting up a asynchronous reception, we should follow the steps. Steps. What first step is what? Initialize the SPBRG register for the appropriate baud rate. If a high speed you are going to use, set the BRGH bit. Second step is what? Enable the asynchronous serial port by clearing the bit SYNC bit, that is sync bit should be cleared, and set the SPN bit, serial port enable bit, set it for asynchronous mode or for using the USART mode. Then third step is what? If interrupts are desired, then set the enable bit, that RC IE bit, that is receive an interrupt enable bit. Then fourth step is, if 9-bit reception is desired, then set the bit RX 9 bit. If you are going to use 9-bit reception, enable the reception by setting the bit CREN, that is continuous receive enable bit. Sixth step is what? Flag bit. Receive interrupt flag bit will be set when the reception is complete, and an interrupt will be generated if enable bit it is set, that is RCIE bit is set. Seventh step is what? Read the RCSTA register to get the 9th bit and determine if any error occurred during reception. And read the 8-bit received data by reading the RC register, or if any error occurred, clear the error by clearing the enable bit CREN bit. Means if any error occurred, the CREN bit is cleared, means continuous receive enable bit is disabled. If using interrupts, ensure that global interrupt enable bit and peripheral interrupt enable bit should be set of the intercon registers are set. Registers associated with asynchronous transmission. There are registers associated with asynchronous transmissions are what? Intercon, in that 2 bits are used, GIE bit and PEIE bit, and flag bit it is receive flag bit. Now RCSTA bit is serial port enable bit, receive 9-bit transmission, and continuous receive enable bit, framing error bit, overrun error bit, and 9th bit it is copied here, receive RX 90 bit. Then next step is what? That is RC register, you start receive register, and PIE1, in PIE1 we have a receive enable bit and TX STA bit. You are going to set the baud rate, and you are going to decide the synchronous or asynchronous mode. One means asynchronous mode, 0 means synchronous mode, and you are going to set the baud rate here for low speed and high speed, and baud rate value UX is stored in the SPBRG register, that is baud rate generator register it is called as. Next step we'll see now. This was all about asynchronous mode, reception and transmission. Now we'll see USART synchronous master mode. Steps associated with setting up a synchronous master transmission. First is what? Initialize the SPBRG register for the appropriate baud rate. Second step, enable the synchronous master serial port by setting bits, its sync bit, serial port enable bit, and clock source bit. In master mode, we should select the clock source. If interrupts are desired, then set the enable bit, TXIE bit, transmit interrupt enable bit. If 9-bit transmission is desired, then set the bit TX9 bit. Enable the transmission by setting the bit TXEN bit, transmit enable bit. If 9-bit transmission is selected, the 9th bit should be loaded into the bit TX90 bit. Start transmission by loading data to the transmit register or TXREG register. If using interrupts, ensure that global interrupt enable bit and peripheral interrupt enable bits of the intercon registers are set. Registers associated with synchronous master transmissions are what? Intercon, from the intercon GIE bit and PIE bit. From the intercon on you are going to use GI bit and PI bit, and PIR1 bit registers associated with the synchronous transmission, and intercon on GI bit and PI bit, and PIR1 transmit interrupt enable bit. It in RCSTA bit serial port enable bit, then serial single receive enable bit. For synchronous mode you should enable the single receive enable bit. It and then in transmit register, this is the buffer register, USART or USART transmit register is there, and PIE1 bit. In that, in PIE1 register you are going to enable the transmit enable bit. It then next is transmit status and control bit. You are going to use is clock source bit. It 9 bit transmission enable, transmit enable bit. It in sync bit, it you are going to use the sync bit for 0. You are going to clear that bit for synchronous mode, and here BRGH bit is not used, and TRMT bit you are going to use whether the shift register is empty or full. If it is set, it is empty. If it is 0 means it is if it is set means if shift register is full, if it is clear means shift register, transmit shift register is empty. And 9 bit is loaded, ninth bit is in TX90 bit. It and for baud rate generator value is stored in the SPBRG bit. So next you start synchronous master reception steps. When you are going to setting up a synchronous master reception, the steps are: first one, initialize the SPBRG register for the appropriate baud rate. Second, and enable the synchronous master serial port by setting bits sync bit. It by setting the bits synchronous master serial port, or it means you should clear here, sync bit should be clear, but serial port enable bit should be set, and clock source select bit should be set. Ensure bits it's continuous, that is continuous receive enable bit and single receive enable bits are cleared here. If interrupts are desired, then set the enable bit, receive enable bit, it should be set. If 9 bit transmission is desired, then set the RX 9 bit. If a single reception is required, then set the bit. If it is required, then set the SREN bit, single receive bit. If for continuous reception, you can set the bit CREN bit for continuous reception. Then seventh step is inter flag bit, that is RCI of inter flag bit will be set when reception is complete and an interrupt will be generated if enable bit RCI bit was set. The next step in ninth, read the RCSTA register to get the ninth bit and determine if any error occurred during reception. Read the 9-bit received data by reading the RCREG register. If any error occurred, clear the error by clearing the CIN bit, that is continuous receive enable bit, you are going to disable if any error occurred. If using interrupts, ensure that at GIE bit and PEIE bit of the intercon registers are set. Registers associated synchronous master receptions are intercon. From the intercon GI bit and PEI bit you are going to set it, and PIR1 bit receive interrupt enable bit you are going to set it, and then next in RC STA bit serial port enable bit you are going to set it. For if you are going to use 9 bit reception, then RX 9 bit is enabled. Single receive enable bit you are going to use, you are going to set it either this one or continuous receive you are going to use it, any one of them you are going to set it for single reception or for continuous reception. And this bit if framing error is occurred, FERR bit is set. If overrun error is occurred, OERR bit is set. And ninth bit received is stored into RX 90 bit. It then the data received, 8-bit data received is stored into the USART receive register. Are very important to enable the interrupt enable, receive interrupt enable. RCIE bit is enabled, and for in TX STA register there is a clock source select bit for master mode, you are going to select it the clock source select bit. It for synchronous mode you are going to clear the sync bit. It if if the buffer register, receive buffer register is full, it is set. If it is empty, it is 0. Oh, then the baud rate generator value is stored into the baud rate generator register. uh, this is regarding this is regarding the USART synchronous mode transmission. USART sync block diagram is same for both the steps regarding synchronous transmission receptions are followed. This for synchronous master mode, or the steps are followed, or these are the steps register associated with synchronous master transmissions. Steps regarding the USART synchronous master reception, and the registers associated with synchronous master reception. Very important in synchronous mode, or sync bit should be 0. Baud rate is only one baud rate is set, that value x value stored in SPBRG register. In the synchronous, you can single receive enable bit or continuous receive enable bit can be used. This is regarding USART synchronous mode transmission. And so thank you.